Welcome to Spoonful of Ohms Calm Class with me, Gina. And coming to stillness and center, and on your exhale, lift your head up, bring your nose toward your knees. And inhale as you lower your head and shoulders down to the floor, extend your legs out long, and now come into a full body stretch. So now the legs are straight, the arms are reaching overhead. Have your arms a little bit wider, close in toward the face. Reaching through the fingertips and pointing through the toes. And then on your exhale, flex through the feet and let your fingertips point to the floor as if your palms are going to press into the wall behind you. And then from here, draw the lower ribs down toward the floor so you begin to engage and stabilize the torso, holding here. And on your inhale, release, bring the right knee in toward the chest and wrap your hands around your right knee or shin. And then take your right knee just with the right hand. Left hand can come to your hip as you begin to circle the right knee around. And move the circle in the other direction. And bringing the knee to center, take your right hand under to the back of the right thigh, just below the knee. And on your inhale, send your right heel upward toward the ceiling. The knee can stay bent, and then pull the heel down. And as you're doing this, turn the left big toe up toward the ceiling as if you're standing on the left leg. Press through the heel and the back of the thigh to the floor. Reach the right leg toward straight, and then bend, and toward straight, and bend, and toward straight, and bend. Now hold here with the knee bent. Take your left hand to your right knee and guide the right knee to the left side. Moving into a twist. As you move into the twist, you roll toward the outer left thigh and taking a few breaths. See if you can allow the right shoulder to become heavy toward the ground, toward the floor. And inhale as you lift back to center. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Let the right outer knee be heavy to the floor. Now, if you want, you can take a block or a blanket or pillows and place underneath the right knee so it's not floating. But if it feels okay floating above the ground, you can keep it without anything. Reach the arms overhead, and on your inhale, reach through the fingertips. On your exhale, reach the arms up and forward. And as the arms reach forward, lift the head and shoulders off the floor. Holding here, pull the lower ribs down toward the floor, engage. Left toe still pointing up toward the ceiling so the left leg is engaged. And inhale as you lower down, arms come overhead. And we'll do 4 more. Exhale as you lift up and hold. And inhale to lower, arms come overhead. Exhale, lift up and hold for 3. Inhale to lower. And exhale, lift up and hold for 2. Inhale to lower. And exhale, lift up and hold for 1. And inhale to lower, reach the arms overhead, send your right leg forward. And on your next exhale, lower ribs draw down toward the floor, left knee comes in toward the chest, and hands come around your left knee or shin. Holding here for a moment. And then take your right hand to your hip, left hand to your knee, and begin to circle the left knee around. Moving the circle in the other direction. then taking your left hand to the back of your left thigh as it comes to center. Pull the back of your right leg down to the floor, right toes pointing toward the ceiling. And on your inhale, straighten the left leg, or move the left leg toward straight, but doesn't have to be all the way straight. And then exhale, draw the heel back toward the leg. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, draw the heel back down. Inhale to straighten. And exhale to bend. Take your right hand to the left knee. Guide the left knee over to the right side for a twist. Reach your left arm out to the left side. And holding here. And taking a few breaths. And inhale as you come back to center, extend your left leg forward, reach your arms overhead, full body stretch. And on your exhale, arms come out to the side, take the left ankle over your right thigh, holding here as the left knee moves out to the side or down to the floor. You can prop up with a pillow or something under the left thigh. And then your right toes are pointing toward the ceiling as if you're standing on the right leg. Arms reach overhead. And on your exhale, start to lift yourself up. And as you do, arms reach forward, chin tucks in toward the chest, lower ribs draw down. And inhale to lower, arms come overhead. And exhale, lift up, arms reach forward. And lower, inhale. And exhale for 3. Inhale to lower. Exhale for 4. Inhale to lower. And exhale for 5. And inhale to lower. Extend your left leg forward toward the front of the mat. And exhale as your arms come down by your sides. Bend the knees so the feet come back to the floor, reaching the fingertips toward the backs of the heels. Press into the base of the big toe mounds, and on your next inhale, lift the hips up toward the ceiling. Moving into bridge. You can stay low in bridge, so if you want, the feet can be a little more forward away from the fingertips and lift up but stay lower. Or you can pull the heels back and lift a little bit higher. On your exhale, release the hips down to the floor. And inhale to lift back up. And release down. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. Heel toe the feet wide. Reach the arms out to the side in cactus arms and let the inner knees move toward each other. Now start to release the left knee so it starts to point up toward the ceiling, but then the right inner knee moves down toward the floor. And then inhale, lift the right knee up toward the ceiling, left inner knee moves down toward the floor. Inhale to lift the left knee, right knee comes down. Inhale, right knee lifts, left knee comes down. Inhale, left knee lifts, right knee moves down. And one more time, inhale, right knee lifts, and left knee moves down. This time when the left knee is down to the floor, take your right knee out to the right side. So we're coming into another revolve. And then take your right foot to the outer left knee so it kind of presses it down toward the floor. Your gaze can be neutral, so you can look up toward the ceiling. You can turn your head to look to the left, so you're looking away from the knees, or maybe you'd like to look toward the knees. And on your inhale, release the right foot from over top of the left outer thigh. Lift the knees and bring the knees over to the left side. Take your left foot to the outer right thigh. Place it there and let it be heavy over top of the outer leg. And then inhale as you lift the knees back to center. Pull your lower back toward the ground. Knees come in toward the chest, wrapping your arms around the shins. And from here, allow just a little bit of a rock from side to side. And coming to stillness and center. Keep your hands around your left knee and send your right leg up toward the ceiling. Press through the heel of the foot and lower the right heel toward the floor. As you do, try to compress the lower ribs down and in toward the spine so the lower back doesn't lift off the mat. The heel begins to hover over top of the floor and then lift back up. Lower the right leg down and lift. And right leg lowers and lift and lower and lift and last one. The next time your right leg is up toward the ceiling, grab a hold of the back of your right leg and send your left leg forward. Maybe the knee stays bent and the foot can come to the floor, or the left leg can straighten out toward the front of the mat. On your next exhale, walk your hands up the back of your right leg toward your heel and round yourself up, bringing your nose toward your knee. So it's a rounding, but see if you can allow your shoulders to release away from the ears. And on your next exhale, as you lower down, take a hold of the outer edge of your right foot as you bring the knee toward the side body, or wrap your arm around the back of your right leg for half happy baby. And on your inhale, release the right foot, cross your right leg over top of the left, reach your arms over to the left side as you come into a side bend. Inhale as you move back to center. Bring the right knee in and then your left, wrapping your arms around your shins. Tuck your chin, lift your head up on your exhale, nose toward your knees. Inhale as you lower your head and shoulders down to the floor. Keep your right knee in toward the chest and grab hold of just the right knee and send your left leg up toward the ceiling. Press through the heel. Feel the lower back draw down toward the floor and try to keep it there as the left leg extends forward and down, hovering over top of the ground. And lift up and lower down and lift and lower and lift and lower and lift and lower. Lifting the left leg up now, change your hands to the back of your left thigh. Right foot can come to the floor or right leg can extend toward the front of the mat. Tuck your chin, walk your hands up toward your calf or heel, and round up as you bring your nose toward your left knee. Now on your inhale, as you lower your head and shoulders down, you can take a hold of the outer edge of your left foot, bringing the left knee toward the side of the body, or the back of your left thigh, coming into half happy baby. And on your inhale, extend your left leg out, cross it over the right, and reach the arms over to the right side for a side bend. And inhale as you come back to center, reach the arms out to the side, uncross the legs, and then begin to cross the arms, reach them up toward the ceiling, bring the right arm in front of the left and reach the fingertips toward opposite sides of the mat. From here you can grab a hold of opposite shoulders or shoulder blades, can tuck your hands in a little bit if that feels good to you. And on your next inhale, flex the feet so the toes point up toward the ceiling. And exhale as you point through the toes. Inhale, flex the feet. And exhale, point through the toes. Inhale, flex the feet. And exhale, point through the toes. Keep the toes pointed, reach the arms overhead so you're uncrossing the arms but making a nice big circle as you do. Reach the arms out toward the sides and then lift them back up and take your left arm over top as you bring hands to opposite sides of the mat. Then inhale, flex the feet. And exhale, point through the toes. Inhale, flex the feet. Exhale, point through the toes. Inhale, flex through the feet. And exhale, and point through the toes. Holding here with the toes pointed, reaching the arms overhead and crossing them. Arms come out to the sides. This time, pull the lower back to the floor. Right knee comes in. Left knee comes in, wrapping your arms around the shins. Tuck your chin and lift yourself up, bringing your nose toward your knees. Once you're there, you can rock from side to side, finding a little bit of movement or staying still. Taking your hands to the outer edges of the feet as you move into Ananda Balasana, Happy Baby. Drawing the knees down toward the side body, heels face toward the ceiling. And then when you're ready, you can begin to straighten your legs out long toward the front corners of the mat as you prepare for our final resting pose of Shavasana. Arms come down by your side with your palms facing up toward the ceiling or in toward the body. Maybe you'd like a rolled up blanket underneath the knees to support the lower back. Or you can take a folded blanket underneath the head to lift the head up a little bit. Whatever feels best for you, whatever feels most comfortable. And then once you're comfy, bringing your attention to your feet and your ankles and begin to soften. And softening through the muscles of the legs, up through the hips, the lower back, the upper back, the abdomen, the chest, the shoulders. Let that softening move down into your upper arms, your lower arms, into your fingertips. And soften and relax through the throat. Moving this sensation of softening up into the muscles of the face, starting around the eyes, the lips, the jaw, the mouth, the tongue. And on your next exhale, allow yourself to move a little bit deeper and surrender a little bit more into your Shavasana. And on your inhale, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotating your wrists and your ankles. And reaching your arms overhead, coming into a full body stretch. On your exhale, pull the lower back toward the ground. Bring the knees in toward the chest, wrapping your arms around the shins and giving yourself a hug. And rolling onto either side, resting there a moment. Using your top arm to press yourself up to sit, Sukhasana. Hands can come onto your knees or rest in your lap as you come to sit, crossing the ankles or the shins, propping up on a pillow, block, or bolster if that feels good to you. And then bowing your head to yourself, take a moment here to thank yourself for coming onto your mat to practice. We'll end with the sound of Om, taking a deep inhale. Om. Thank you, Lou, so much for joining Calm Class.